It's early to mid-May and it's finally prime time for our cool season lawn. These transition times, spring and fall, our cool season lawns really like. High temperatures in the 60s, low 70s, cool and humid at night. That's when they thrive the best. So you can see in my particular case, there's some bare spots and it doesn't look like prime time for this lawn. Believe it or not, big improvements have already been made on the lawn this year, and that is because last year I killed off my entire lawn, which was a mix of bluegrass, fine fescue, and ryegrass, and replaced it with 100% bluegrass, and so I'm still trying to nurse that up to full health. And now is the time to give it a big slug of help before we go into summer and there's a restriction in resources for the grass. So right now there's an abundance of moisture and the temperature is low enough it's not stressed. Now's the time to make big changes in your lawn, whether or not it's a new lawn or something you've had established for quite some time but needs some help. Now is the time to really give it that help. You can see I'm surrounded by woods. The birds are going crazy this morning. Life has returned to this part of the upper Midwest. It's beautiful. But we've got extreme temperatures here. Minus 20 Fahrenheit, kind of the low temperature in winter, up to about 90 degrees Fahrenheit in summer. And the reason I did a renovation is because of lawn disease. The topography and the wooded area surrounding my house does not lend itself to much airflow. And we stay relatively humid here at times in summer, and lawn disease was a problem. Specifically for that fine fescue, it did not do well in those hot, humid days, especially in this area back here. Brown spots would take over, and I'd get this pink mold as a precursor to that, and then it would basically kill off the grass. It would come back and fall with a heavy dose of water and nitrogen, but I was just fighting that year after year, and I finally got sick of doing that, so decided to start over with a completely new grass species. So we'll see this summer if that reoccurs or not. I had tried disease control, Scott's Disease X and other mold control products, and it would have a very minimal effect on that. So I finally said I'm gonna rip that band-aid off and completely start over. So here we are with a less than ideal lawn in spring, but I've already done my pre-emergent application with a liquid lawn fertilizer. I've got a separate video where I did a spray. Now I'm gonna put a granular product on. It's been 3-4 weeks. I could have done another fertilizer, but just time of doing that all. I know we all struggle with that time to make this happen. But today I've got some time and I've got my fertilizer. And the fertilizer I'm gonna use is this all-natural fertilizer by Superior. This is a store brand for Fleet Farm stores that are here in the Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota area. This is a competitor to Milorganite. I'm not sure what their source of the organics is in this, but I did a full review on this last year and I like it. It also has iron in it and those micronutrients to help our soil. The iron specifically provides a nice deep green to our lawn. Milorganite's very good at that too. The reason I went with this is just a little bit cheaper. So it was on sale this week, 5 bags for $35, so $7 a bag. So at that price, there's no financial penalty to going with this natural fertilizer. So each bag of this only covers 2,500 square feet, so you have to throw it on quite heavy. It is a natural product, it's not a synthetic. They're more concentrated. But at the $7 a bag, it's roughly equivalent to what synthetic fertilizers are going for right now. So, and I try to be as natural as possible. I do like a weed-free well manicured lawn, so it's hard to get away with that completely. I do use mesotrione for my pre-emergent and weed control, but where it makes sense, I try to be natural. This stuff is good. Let's get it thrown down. The other nice thing with this stuff is you cannot screw it up. It does not break down that quickly and shock your grass, so you could dump some of this on the lawn and it's not going to burn it out. So don't be afraid with this natural fertilizer. It is much more forgiving, and if anything, I err on the side of putting it on heavier because my lawn is in desperate need of a kick in the pants. That's the only negative with this stuff. Occasionally you get a bag that got some moisture inside and you get this clumping. Now I must have a clump down by the feed chute and it's blocking it up. I just got done spreading 12 bags of the natural fertilizer. Went well. One bag was pretty badly clumped up, so I put a good portion of that into the garden. But overall, it's worth it to me. Like I said, financially, it's on parity with urea-based fertilizers. I just did a check at the store. The store brand urea-based fertilizer was $25 for a bag that went 10,000 square feet. Our natural fertilizer, one bag only goes 2,500 square feet, but it's $7 a bag. So we need 4 of those $7 bags to match one bag of the urea. So we're talking $28 versus $25, pretty small difference. Plus our natural fertilizer has that iron and micronutrients in it that boost our soil and the deep green color a little bit better than the urea base. So to me, the $3 is negligible. So with the natural fertilizer, you do have to recognize you've got significantly more spreader time, about 4 times. You have to put so you'll be refilling your spreader 4 times as often. You've got to put it on heavier and move more bags. So that is definitely more of a burden for me. It's not a huge deal. I choose to do that, obviously, but that's something to consider. And if you've used a natural fertilizer like Milorganite or one of these store brands before and didn't really have much success on it, the likely thing that I see most people do is not put enough on. It's hard to wrap your mind around I put my Scott spreader on 10 or 11. As you can see in the video, the point of view video while I'm spreading, you can see the fertilizer dropping out at a very rapid rate. But that's what it takes with that. You got to put more on. So remember, if you've got a cool season lawn, now is the time to give it a kick in the pants and improve it. If you want to make a big change on your lawn, I suggest fertilizing every 2 to 3 weeks, as much as your budget and your schedule can allow. 2 weeks is probably too much, you're going to burn it out, but the natural fertilizer, you could even go to that. If you're using the urea-based fertilizer, try to space it out 2 to 3 weeks and make sure there's rain in between there. Otherwise, if you build too much of that chemical fertilizer up, you're going to burn your lawn. Now, on an established yard like this one, so this is a complete bluegrass mix that's been in 2 years, and I'm just going to do the standard 4 applications to maintain it. I hope this helped you out. It does take a little effort and some financial commitment to make a step change in your lawn, but unfortunately there's no shortcut. If you like this content, please consider subscribing to my channel, hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what other things you'd like to see. Thanks for watching. Adios.